Kupchan is a professor of international affairs at Georgetown University and a senior fellow at the Council of Foreign Relations. He joins us now live from Ceviches. Thank you so much, Prof, for making the time. The latest from the Kremlin is that Moscow is formulating its position. What kind of response, should I say, if any, do we expect from Putin?
Well, the 20-point plan that's now on the table is vastly improved upon the 28-point plan that initially emerged from the U.S.-Russia dialogue. I think we're now in a situation in which there are realistic objectives, realistic compromises that are on the table. I doubt that this plan that has been articulated by President Zelenskyy today is going to elicit a lot of enthusiasm in Moscow. And that's because it envisages mutual pullbacks from Donbass, both the withdrawal of Ukrainian forces and the withdrawal of Russian forces, some sort of free economic zone. My sense is that Putin's very determined to control all of Donbass, including the 20 to 25% of Donetsk that the Ukrainians still have. But at least the conversation is moving forward. At least proposals are being put on the table and worked on. So progress is being made.
We'll get to the territorial control, Prof, in a minute, but you said something, realistic objectives there. And another key issue, apart from territorial control, is the security guarantee that Kyiv is seeking from the United States, from NATO, from the EU. I want to borrow that word, realistic. How realistic is this demand?
If by security guarantee, Ukraine is looking for the kind of surety, the kind of ironclad commitment to defense that's in the NATO Article 5 treaty, I don't think it's going to get it. Or maybe it will get it through European Union membership, but that's a long way off. And I do think that the Ukrainians, their best guarantee is to arm themselves and prepare themselves to defend themselves. My guess is that you will get some kind of statement from the United States, from the European Union and its member states, that it is prepared to come to Ukraine's security if it is again attacked by Russia. But I don't think that those guarantees are going to carry the weight. I doubt they're going to be ratified by the United States Senate. I cannot see Donald Trump asking for that to happen. So I believe it will be something that is better than nothing, but less than the Article 5 that one sees in NATO.
And the EU, even on Wednesday, insisted that it will continue to back Ukraine because Ukraine's security is our security. That's EU there. But we have to talk about territorial control, Prof, like I mentioned earlier, because Zelenskyy admits it's the most sensitive issue. He's previously said we stand where we stand. Now, while Moscow has long insisted that it's not going to concede on territorial issues, what choice does Ukraine, what choice does Zelenskyy have regarding that?
Well, I think you're putting your finger on the issue here, and that is that Ukraine does not have a lot of good options. There is a corruption scandal that has gone right up to the president's office. Ukrainians are short on manpower, they're short on money, they're short on weapons. Little by little, Russia is gaining ground. In other words, the momentum on the battlefield is in Russia's favor. And as a consequence, I think Zelenskyy is being forced to make the kinds of concessions that he would not otherwise. That having been said, I do think it's in Zelenskyy's interest to make those kinds of compromises if, and this is a key if, the other side of the ceasefire line, wherever that line comes, leads to a secure, defensible, free, sovereign Ukraine. We don't yet know whether Putin is ready for that, whether he's ready to let the rest of Ukraine go. But to me, that is a much more important issue than 10% or 20% of land in Donbass that's now being negotiated over.
Professor Charles Kupchan there, thank you so much for your time and your insight.
Pleasure.